You're back. Hurry on in. We've been waiting for you.
You're not gonna ask what happened?
I can tell enough by the way you look right now.
I see. Zephyr, I need to ask you something. Would you have invited me to join you, even if I didn't have the blazing sword?
Of course.
Why, though?
There aren't many folks out there who are crazy enough to resist the Renans like we do. So when I find someone with the knack for it, I make sure to keep them close. Plus, you remind me of another guy we lost. Maybe deep down, trying to help you is a way of making amends for what I couldn't do for him. But if you don't want this, just say the word.
I'm not going anywhere. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't even be here.
You say so. All right, come on in.
Thanks.
Yes!
What's wrong? Got it.
We've reached our destination.
Hey.
Yeah!
Thanks.
Good, good.
Is this something you're into?
Yeah. These ingenious structures and gadgets never cease to amaze me. Check out these handle grooves.
I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be seeing here. This should definitely keep you guys full.
All right, everyone. It's time. Remember, eyes on the prize. We're after Balseph, nothing else. Cut off the head, and the snake perishes. Hit them head on, however, and we won't make it through the castle gates, let alone reach Balseph himself. Luckily, we have an ace up our sleeve. We need to do everything in our power to make sure that ace reaches Balseph's jugular. To that end, I'll be splitting us up into separate forces.
You just said all of us hitting them head-on would be useless.
Why would we divide ourselves up?
Because we're the decoys. We'll buy our ace in the hole the time they need to get in. We only need to cause enough of a ruckus around the castle to distract the enemy. That said, we need to look like the real deal, which is why I'll be tagging along too.
You too, Zephyr? So, who's going to take on Falstaff?
The Iron Mask. I'm counting on you and Shion to make your way to wherever Falstaff's hiding. Once there, you drive that flaming sword right through him.
You aren't seriously sending in just those two, are you? One of them's a Renin.
No one said the plan was perfect. By far, the biggest danger is the one you two will be facing. The fate of this quest rests entirely in your hands, which is why you get the final say. You want out, now's the time to say so.
And if we say no?
Then you say no. Just means we're back to square one, that's all.
And I go back to being a slave.
It's your life.
No, it isn't.
Ball's in your court, soldier. What do you say?
I want to fight.
But for what? What are you fighting for?
To free the Danans from the yoke of their abusive oppressors. To no longer die at the whim of another. To break the shackles of our enslavers. To live and taste freedom!
Now you're talking. I believe we have our ace in the hole, people. Hold on to that belief, and we just might break through that wall yet. And what about you?
I was born ready. Now can we get this show on the road?
There's a gate on your right once you leave here. Go through it and ride the elevator you'll find. I'll send ahead a few friendly faces to keep watch on your way. If you get into any trouble, look to them for support. We all clear? Good. May this battle herald the end of the Renan's bloody 3-century reign. To your battle stations, everyone.
I still can't believe this is happening. We're really about to face off against a Renin Lord.
Well, you're in pretty high spirits for a guy going into a life-and-death battle.
I'm not saying I'm not worried. But you have to remember, this is the first time any of us Danans have really had any hope. What about you? Are you scared at all?
I don't have time to be scared. This is only the first step in a long, long plan of mine.
You want to take down all 5 lords, right? It's hard to believe it'll ever happen.
But it will.
I know. I haven't forgotten our deal.
See that you don't. That said, if we lose, we might suffer a fate worse than death, you know.
That's probably true. But instead of worrying about it, wouldn't it be a better use of our time to figure out ways to avoid that and not lose?
I suppose.
Whatever happens, I'll put everything I have into winning. You can count on that.
Balsef's castle should be just above us.
All right. And let's use that elevator thing. Zephyr and the Crimson Crows are supposed to be distracting the Renans from the front.
Then let's go around and sneak in elsewhere.
That's Zephyr from the Crimson Crows! Still up!
I hope he's gonna be okay.
Is now really the time to be worrying about him? We've still got a job to do.
Ho ho ho! Ho 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 ho! Ho ho ho!
I'm surprised there are owls here, too.
Yeah, there are more of them around than I thought. Gates of fire sure look intimidating once you see them up close. We can't say this place is truly liberated until we do something about them.
What are you muttering about? Stay focused. We still have to take down Balsef.
What's this thing?
We should be getting close to the service entrance.
Good. Let's get in there and kick their asses.
Is this someone's idea of a bridge?
Looks like it. Don't fall or this will be a pretty short story. It's already started. We need to hurry.
Hold on. You should take the blazing sword.
Are you sure?
Yeah. We don't know what might happen up ahead. It's better to have it and be ready than to be caught in a fight without it.
things.
I took the liberty of cutting the flow of energy from the Master Core. I may be giving you the sword, but you still need me to unleash its power. Try not to forget that. Just a minute.
What are you?
Time to see what this blazing sword can truly do!
Infernal Turret!
Mega Ray!
Try this!
Here I go!
Infernal Turret!
Mega Ray!
Swallow Blade! Infernal
Here I
Turret!
go! You're mine!
Swallow Blade! Try this! Infernal Turret!
I'll be getting...
Damn it, Bennett! You're on!
Mega Ray!
You're finished! Take this!
Take...
You're mine!
Only getting
It's
started!
over! You're mine! Infernal Turret! No escape! You're mine! Take this!
Mega Ray!
It's over! Swallow Blade!
There! And again!
Try
Mega
this!
Ray!
Infernal Turret! Swallow Blade!
There! It's over!
You're mine! Swallow
Mega
Blade!
Ray! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Amazing!
Hey!
Got it.
I can feel my power growing!
Wow.
Sure.
We can cross through now.
Good. We're pressed for time.
Gotta break through! You lack spirit! You're mine! Infernal Turret!
Mega Ray!
Swallow Blade!
Let me help!
Rising Wyvern!
I was overconfident.
I can't believe this.
Get lost!
Slash! You're mine! Rising Wyvern! It's over!
One more!
Take this! It's over! Swallow Blade!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Looks like there's still some soldiers inside the castle.
It's still less than it would usually be. The diversion must be working.
Everyone, stay safe.
Gotta break through! Take this! It's over! Rising up!
Let the marksman handle this.
Mirage!
There!
Here I come! You're mine!
Where are you going? Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Where the hell is Balsef? If we don't hurry up and find him...
You're too close. Try to stay farther apart.
Oh, right. Sorry about that. Was I really that close?
I guess I'm just not used to standing right next to people.
You mean because of your thorns? You're a surprisingly nice person.
What?
You don't think so? I mean, you just made sure your thorns wouldn't...
You can keep your opinions to yourself. You don't know the first thing about me.
I'm not saying I know everything about you. Sheesh. No need to bite my head off.
You just can't take a hint, can you?
What? I'm sorry. You're right. I don't know what sorts of hardships you've been through. After all, what could I possibly know about pain?
I know you didn't mean anything bad by what you said. The throne room is up on the next floor. That's probably where we'll find Balsef. Let's dispose of the trash.
Rising Wyvern! Stop! You're mine! Burn in hell! You're mine! It's over! Take
Let's keep our eyes on the prize. It's so hot. I can definitely believe they're harvesting fire astral energy. Hey,
What?
if there's something you want to say, just come out and say it.
Huh?
I hate when I feel like people are laughing at me on the inside. Especially someone like you where I can't read your expression.
What? Why would I laugh at you? What are you talking about?
My outfit. As soon as you saw me in those ruins, you wanted to say something, didn't you?
Oh, it's not that. It's just...
Just what?
nothing.
You're a truly awful person. You know that?
An awful... Hey, you're the one jumping to conclusions about what I think. You're not one to talk.
Then prove me wrong and tell me what you were really thinking.
It wasn't anything mean about you, I promise.
I don't believe that for a second.
And it doesn't matter what the hell I tell you. You'll always doubt me.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Now you'll learn! You're finished! Take this! Rising Wyvern!
Mega Ray!
Die! Here I come! You're finished!
There!
Die! Take this! You're finished! Rising Wyvern! You're on! Here I come! You're finished! Take this! Take this!
I won't rest until I'm the best I can be.
Still striving to be on par with the Lord?
You simply can't be too strong when battle is a part of your everyday. Having second thoughts?
No, I was just thinking about the blazing sword. Whenever I hold it, I feel... wrong somehow.
Is relying on a sword from a Renin Master Core that repulsive?
It's not about that. It's just... It's hard to explain. It's like the sword is almost too strong.
I don't know what's got you so worried, but in case you forgot, that sword is the only reason we have a fighting chance against a lord.
I know. You don't need to keep telling me.
Well, good. That said, the longer you use it, the more you get burned by it, too. We need to remember to patch you up quickly when that happens. A double-edged sword in every sense. Since you can't feel pain, you'll need to be careful, okay?
Are you actually worried about me?
Is that a problem? Look, I need you if I'm going to take out the lords, and I can't have you dying on me before that happens. That's my only concern. Forgive you!
Take this! Rising Wyvern!
I never miss!
You're on! You're finished!
Mega Ray!
Take this! It's over! Here I come! Swirl
Do it!
blade! We've got flyers!
I've got this! Let him march!
All yours!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize. armed soldiers ganging up on a kid?
They're attacking him! We have to save him!
You will kneel before our Lord!
We'll see about that.
Here I come! You're finished! Damn it, Satan! You're mine! It's on! Rising Wyvern! Take this!
Do it!
Are you okay? What were you even doing here?
Working, most likely. Danon's slaves that can't handle manual labor outdoors are put to work in the castles as servants. I'm surprised you didn't know.
The soldiers got really mad all of a sudden and everyone ran away. I was the only one that got caught.
And it's good that we found you, but it's still not safe here. You need to get out of here before any more soldiers find you. Understand?
Yes, ma'am. Thanks for saving me. Oh, here! You can have this!
Don't touch me.
I'm sorry. I only wanted to...
It's not your fault, kid. Don't sweat it. Can I take it instead?
Sure! It's the key to the elevator here. Will it help you guys at all?
Definitely. Thanks, kid. Now get going. And be careful on your way out. So, not too happy about a slave touching you, huh?
This isn't the time. We should keep moving. Barely a blip on our radar.
What the hell is that thing?
A spirit vessel. It's what the Renans use to harvest astral energy from Danons.
So that's where it all ends up, huh? Damn them!
Gotta break through! Take this! You're finished! Take this! Rising Wyvern!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion. This place looks damn near the same on the outside as it does on the inside. Nothing but fire and rocks. I figured a Renan castle would at least be a little more elegant. Instead, it seems this one was very dedicated to a theme.
Is that your idea of a joke? Don't lump the rest of us in with someone like Balsef.
Then why's his place look so grungy?
I guess you could say that's just the majority of what he's into. He likes fire and he likes rocks. He's an egotistical brute without a single shred of class. He even makes everyone call him by his stupid nickname, the Wild Beast. I feel sorry for everyone who's stuck having to work beneath him.
Huh. Interesting.
Why?
I used to think all Renans were like him. Terrible people obsessed with their own superiority, who are only out to make us miserable. But now, listening to you talk makes me realize that maybe there are some good ones too. Maybe there are a few of you that are different.
Listen, I don't know what kind of Renan you think I am, but I have no intention of getting friendly with you. We clear?
Crystal, believe me, I wasn't about to suggest we go hang out and have a drink after this, that's for sure. What are those things I sometimes see you chuck out in the middle of fights?
What? You mean my bombs?
Bombs? As in the things people use to clear out rocks? But I could have sworn I saw something other than fire burst from some of yours.
That's because these aren't ordinary bombs. They're specially made ones filled with astral energy.
Okay. And why do you shoot the bombs after you release them?
It's a part of my strategy. The effects of my bombs change when I fire bullets of a different astral element at them. It makes it difficult for enemies to predict what effect they'll have, or when they'll go off.
One moment you're using powerful bombs, the next you're using powerful healing arts. They're kinda on the opposite ends of the spectrum, aren't they?
Think of it this way. If you ever get caught up in the blast of one of my bombs and you manage not to die, I'll be able to heal you using my arts.
I'll do my best to not die then.
Get lost!
You got spirit!
Here I come! Eat dirt!
Where are you going?
You're mine!
Damn it, Betty!
Swallow blade! Swallow blade! Slash! Strike!
Only getting started.
It's over! You're on! Take this! Rising Wyvern!
Here I go.
Here I come!
Only getting started.
It's over! Here I come! You're finished!
Reload!
Looks like we won.
I'm surprised there are owls here, too.
Yeah, there are more of them around than I thought. Guess this thing needs a different key to activate.
Right, here goes! Here I come! Now!
Take
Destruction!
You're mine.
Flash!
Sight.
Swallow blade!
You're mine. Sight. You're
Got
mine.
flyers!
I got this. Let a marksman handle it.
All yours! Here I come! It's over!
I'm only getting
Here I
started.
come! This one's all mine!
Hell, this one's mine.
Rising Wyvern!
Seems about right to me.
What's this thing?
I won't forgive you.
You're mine!
Now you'll learn!
You're mine! Slash! It's over!
Reload. I'm out
Try
there.
this.
Back into the
Damn it, Betty!
Take this!
Do it.
Blade! Chill!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
about right to me.
Right, here goes! You're finished! Slash!
It's too much.
Burn! You're mine! You're finished! Rising light! Can't move! This should do it!
Where are you going?
You're finished! Slash! Rising Wyvern!
I'm almost up.
It's over! You're mine! It's over! Take care! Rising Wyvern! You're on! Here I come! Swallow Blade!
That took more energy than I expected.
That's not your run-of-the-mill enemy.
An opponent like this should be easy. Now you'll learn! Strike! Slide! Swallow Blade! You're mine! You're finished! Damn it, You're
Here
on!
I go. You're mine. I'm out of it. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Barely a blip on our radar. Way.
Strike! Swallow Blade! Here I come!
If it's in the
Rising
sky,
Wyvern!
it's mine.
Mirage!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize. That equipment should come in handy.
Hey, about that elevator.
Yeah, I bet that garish-looking key will come in handy for it. Get lost!
Now you'll learn!
Take this!
You're mine.
This one's all mine! Mirage! It's over!
Flame, reload!
Take this!
I'm out.
It's over! Mirage!
Here I go.
I'm not the You're Here I go! It's over!
Flame, reload!
Rising Wyvern! Mirage! Here I come! It's over! You picked the
Where
wrong
are you
fight!
going?
Nicely done.
This area seems different.
We're getting close. Balsif should be right up ahead.
That's what I figured. Time to introduce ourselves. Finally, it's time to face Balsif.
Speaking of Balsif, how much would you say you actually know about him?
What do you mean? He's just a lord that holds power over Calaglia, isn't he?
Just a lord? He is far more than that. Balsif Erwolzi Teldilis is one of the 5 lords that sit atop all of Renan society. Even without his Fire Master Core, fighting him won't be easy. I've seen that man butcher who knows how many Zugals, just to blow off some steam. With sheer brawn like his, he can knock you out with one hit, and it's practically suicide to go up against him when he has a weapon.
Got it. Watch out for his attacks.
That's only the beginning. You can't expect to beat him by attrition. First, we dodge, then look for an opening. Remember that.
Sounds like our teamwork is really going to be put to the test.
Indeed. Don't screw this up and get us both killed.
Don't move, Balsif!
So the vermin scum you call kin stirred up enough trouble for you 2 rats to make it all the way to me, huh? What a pain in the ass. Although, it was pretty impressive of you to deliver it straight into my hands. The Master Core.
You really think we're here to hand it over?
Why, of course not. You see, I'll be taking it back no matter what you say. In any case, this is the end for you. You won't be getting out of here alive. The 2 of you were fools for coming here. Now die! A common thief believes she can usurp me? Don't make me laugh!
You can keep your accursed crown!
We're here to overthrow you and free the damned!
Spare me your weeping slave!
Slash!
Here's a healing
Swallow
arm.
blade! my way!
Searing flame!
You're mine!
There!
Slash! He's like a brick wall.
But he's wide open when he's in the air. I'll shoot him out of the sky.
Make sure you don't miss.
Searing flame!
Here I come! You're finished!
Here's a healing arc!
Rising Wyvern!
First aid!
Here I come! Rising Wyvern!
Searing flame!
Try hard like
Reload! Here, let me help.
You're mine!
First aid!
Here I come!
Stop trying to resist!
It's over!
Swallow blade!
I'm out back
Rising
into the
Wyvern!
fray! If it's in the sky,
not
it's
done.
mine!
Trying to resist!
Here's a healing arc!
Swallow
First
blade!
aid!
Try this! Now!
Think again.
We did it!
Just give it up, Balsep.
Try this!
Now back into the
Infernal
fray!
Torrent!
This one's mine.
No escape! Swallow blade! Try this!
Searing
Infernal
flame!
Torrent!
Take it.
You're mine!
Searing flame!
This
Reload!
one's all
I'm
mine!
out back into the fray! Searing flame! Reload!
Stupid impediment!
Back into the fray!
Here I come!
Searing flame!
You
Reload!
reckon won't beat me?
Mega
No
ray!
escape!
Back into the fray!
Mirage! Slash!
Here, let me
No
help!
escape!
First aid!
Try harder! You're mine!
flame!
It's
Reload!
over!
Out of
I'm
my
all
way!
stuffed up!
Take this! You're finished!
Damn slave!
Bruised all over. Did you even notice?
Guess I got carried away.
I'm not always going to be around to heal you, you know.
Not today!
Here, if it's in the sky, it's mine.
No! You can't end... Here!
Reload!
This should do it!
Right it!
Here I
You're
come!
mine!
Try harder!
Searing
My turn!
flame!
I'm not done!
I'm out of ammo! I'm all
Here I
stuffed up!
come!
Here's a healing arc! First aid!
Rising Wyvern!
Searing flame! Reload! Searing flame! Reload!
Over? There! Here I
Here's a
come!
healing arc! First
I'll
aid!
try harder! My turn! No escape!
I'm all
Shield!
stuffed up.
It's you and me!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Alfred. Alfred. Alfred! Iron Mask! Balsep's escaping. Come on!
Running from a slave, Balsef?
Know your place, insolent boy! Up here, I've got more than enough space to crush you. This time your mask won't be the only thing that cracks.
That is enough!
What the hell is that?
It's manifested astral energy. And not only that, it's alive!
Astral energy? From the spirit vessel? But wait, that was harvested for me! And that energy is supposed to be mine! was the two of you! I knew it all along! And you'll pay! Meddling slaves! Look what you did!
Without your spirit vessel, or your master core, you're nothing!
Shion, watch out! Try harder! My turn! Mirage!
That thing's huge!
Don't let it trap you in its flames!
Mirage! Swallow blade!
Here I go! I'm only getting First aid! I'm all stuck up! That monster's attacking! Look out!
It's so...
Reload! Mega Ray! I'm all stuck up! Sight! I never miss!
Rising Wyvern! Mirage! It's
There,
over!
go!
It's time! I'm not trying harder! Ignite!
Mega Ray!
Take this! It's
Here's
over!
a healing art!
Try this!
First
I
aid!
owe you one! Rising Wyvern!
There! Pounce it!
Slash!
Mega Ray!
Out of my way!
Here's a healing
Swallow
art!
blade!
Here, let me help!
No escape! That fire monster's getting ready to attack!
It's over!
Strike! Swallow blade!
Here I go! It's over! That fire monster's causing us a lot of trouble!
Let me take a crack at it!
Ready?
Trying to resist!
Here it comes! Down you go!
You really don't mess around!
Now, while he's down! Take this! It's over! Slash!
Mega Ray! Let the marksman handle this!
Stop trying to resist!
You're mine!
Out of my way!
There!
Sighted! Here's a
I'm
healing
not
art!
done!
First aid! Sighted! You're mine!
Damn slave!
I won't lose.
First aid!
Not now, not ever!
Mega Ray!
Swallow blade! Try harder!
Here, let me help! First aid!
You wretches won't beat me!
It's
Out of my way!
Searing flame! Reload! Here's a healing art! First aid!
Burn!
Where are you going?
Damn slave! Stupid
Here, let me
insect!
help!
And more of it. I'll burn out.
Searing flame! Reload!
This
I'm
should
out
do it.
watching!
Mirage! Swallow blade! Try this!
Reload!
It's burn!
Let me help! First
I
aid!
owe you one. Here I come!
Searing flame! Reload! I'm out of ammo! I'm all stuffed up!
You're mine! You're finished!
Mega Ray!
Take this!
You're in trouble now!
Here, let me help!
Slash! Now what?
Watch out! We need to stop him! A new lease on life! Mega Ray! Sight! I'm only getting...
Burn, 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 burn! Burn it all to the ground! Die!
Can't move!
Take it! His power's unbelievable!
You okay, Sion?
Just worry about yourself!
I owe you one.
You're in trouble now!
I'm only getting
This should do
started!
it!
You filth!
There!
You're mine! It's over!
Where are you going?
Here I come!
Searing flame! Reload! Mega Ray! Searing flame!
I'm not done!
I'm out of ammo!
Try this!
I'm all stuffed up!
Infernal turret!
Searing
Rising
flame!
Wyvern!
Take
Swallow blade!
You're mine! Searing flame! Reload!
Burn, 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 burn! Burn it all to the ground! Die!
What the...
You'll pay for that! Take this! You're finished!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
But why? Do you not possess the blood of a Renin? Why then would you turn against your own kind? It's always been the way of the Renin for the strongest to survive! And yet, you have allied yourself with a filthy Danon! You traitor! Tell me why? Why bring ruin and devastation to your own kind? Snakes like you should die!
A monster made up of astral energy? How do we even...
If the sword is made of astral energy as well, maybe... Zephyr was right. We did it. We brought down the wall.
Iron Mask, your face is exposed.
No. I remember it now. My name. Alfred. My name is... Alfred!
I want to feel your hand right now. You are the place, my only home. Yeah, just like the flowers that bloom and fall with me over and over again. Well, I'm 火花 Come, light up the 火花
Flames. I see flames. My name is Alphen. Where am I? What happened? The rage surging within me, fueling the sword. Where did it come from? This twisting fear that clings to me, holding me in check. The melancholic voice calling out to me. Who am I? Who was I? This is...
Wakey, wakey, sunshine. About time, too.
A week? You mean that whole time I was...
Out cold? Yeah. Just as well, too. When you blacked out, you were on your way to becoming a pile of ash. Shion's the reason you're still here.
Shion, you've healed me?
In case you'd forgotten, we've still got 4 lords to defeat. You dying would have only slowed things down.
What about Balsef's troops?
We've got them on the ropes. While you've been getting your beauty sleep, most of the remaining Renans have either surrendered or fled. You slaying Balsef was the catalyst we'd been waiting for. Thanks to you, Galagly is finally free. You have my gratitude. We couldn't have done it without you.
I just did what anyone would have done.
Iron Man... Forgive me. Alphen. It's good to finally see who I'm speaking to. Half of him, anyway. So, feel like telling us who you used to be?
I wish I could.
Memory's still giving you grief, eh? I see. Still, no sense in beating yourself up. You've remembered your name. The rest will come in time.
So, what happens now?
No, just everything. The realm may be liberated, but we're still destitute. You name it, anything and everything starts from scratch. But enough of that. You've just woken up. You should get a sense of the scale of what you've accomplished. Head over to the Gates of Fire and take a look at the view. It's a sight too many Dahnans died only ever seeing in their dreams.
The Gates of Fire.
I'll be your chaperone. Last thing we need is you tripping on a pebble and missing another week.
Remind me to laugh next time.
That blazing sword's turned out to be even stronger than I expected. With that much sheer power, elemental types are hardly a concern anymore. You can bring practically any foe down to their knees in a flash.
Don't count on me being able to pull off another Gates of Fire. That only happened because I had the help of that spirit vessel monster too.
Still, you did defeat Balsef with it, which means it can also take down the other lords. That's enough for me. Besides, if it was any stronger, your body wouldn't be able to handle it. Have you forgotten what happened after we finished off Balsef?
No. But aren't you scared of having that much power inside of you? Even a little?
Why would I be? Power provides opportunity. You don't expect me to simply throw it away, do you?
No, I get it. It's a good ace to have up our sleeve, that's for sure. I'll make the most of it. Well, as much as I can without becoming charcoal.
I'm surprised there are owls here, too.
Yeah, there are more of them around than I thought.